What's poppin', world? Thank you for tuning in to the road to BreZMania. I'm your host, Bre-Z. Today is Wednesday, January 16th, 2019, and I just wanted to talk about this whole R. Kelly, Michael Jackson conversation that's been brewing over the past few weeks. I did watch the 6-part docuseries on Lifetime about surviving R. Kelly, about all of his victims, or alleged victims, I should say. And I personally, originally, I wasn't going to watch it because I've canceled R. Kelly maybe at least 5 years ago, maybe even longer than that. And I did grow up a fan of his, not a huge fan, but a lot of his music I did like a lot. And when when the sex tape came out back in 2002, I think, 12 years old. Kind of understood what was going on, but wasn't sure if it was really him. There was just a lot of cloudiness with when that entire controversy came out. And just me being so young, I didn't completely understand what was going on. Fast forward to a few years later, once I was like maybe a freshman or sophomore in high school, 15, 16. By then, I was I understood more of the situation, and I was just really, really creeped out by everything. And I'd say from then on, from 15, 16 up until early 20s, maybe 23, like from 16 to 23, I would slowly stop listening to R. Kelly. And now like I said, I've had him, he's been basically completely canceled for the past 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. And so yeah, I didn't want to watch the docuseries originally because I was already going against R. Kelly, so I felt like I didn't need any more evidence. I already knew he was a disgusting person, he was a monster. But I kept seeing on social media from all types of people, even the Joe Budden podcast, they were just talking about how well put together the docuseries was as a whole, as a piece of content. And me being such a fan of content in general, of every spectrum, from comedy to horror to, I mean, you name it. I just love the entertainment business as a whole. So I did watch it. I watched the first two right before I went to sleep, which was not smart on my part. It was, man, just trying to go to sleep with those first 2 episodes on your brain it was difficult. It was hard to get to sleep, and it was just a weird, eerie feeling. And then I watched the other 4 episodes the next day, and he's still been canceled in my book. I'm glad that these women and victims they finally got a chance to put everything out, and just speak their truth. I also think that R. Kelly will get arrested. I think that the people that worked for him, his road managers and producers and all that, they need some type of punishment as well in this. Just for hiding things and just basically being an accomplice to statutory rape and molestation and whatever other charges that he should receive, abuse and domestic violence, all that. And then as far as the Michael Jackson documentary that's being put together by Sundance, I will be watching that, and I'm a huge fan of Michael Jackson, just like basically everyone else around my age. I'm 29, so that's, yeah, I mean, I grew up listening to all of his music and watching all of his music videos and imitating all of his dance moves. But um, number one, he's already gone. He's been dead for, 11 years now. So I mean, he can't get any type of punishment. And I will say it's a little easier um, to watch or listen to content made by someone that is already dead. Even if they're a bad person, the fact that they're already gone does kind of lighten the blow a little bit. But to the people that say they don't want to watch it, or why is this being made? It's being made because times are changing. We're not going for the same things that past generations went for. That's not what the new generation is about. We're about equality, fairness, and just being a decent human being as a whole. We're not just going to stand by and sweep things under the rug. If we hear about something, we speak up. We jump on Twitter and tweet about it to let people know, hey, this person's messed up. This person did this to me. Let's get behind. Let's all collectively let the world know that this person is they have a sense of evil in their heart, and it should be known and shown to their fans, to their community. I agree with all of that entirely, because that's what it takes for people to change. People don't change until they're really outed by a lot of people, especially people with power, people with money. They will try to pay you off or say, oh, this person's accusing me because they want money or they're jealous of me, this and that. No, listen to people that are victims, that say that they're victims. Listen to them. That doesn't mean you have to believe them off their word, but just listen. We heard quite a few different stories of Michael Jackson before he passed away. We heard stuff about him having sleepovers with kids and bringing the kids over, and like parents not being there and kids sleeping in his bed. I'm not saying that he molested. I'm not saying that he had sex with any of these kids, but I am saying we have heard stories of kids sleeping at his house, and we do know that Michael Jackson mentally he had problems mentally. We all know that. We could tell. Past the vitiligo, I'm saying just there's other things, just the way that he portrayed himself, and so there were issues, and we did hear things, but since he was putting out hit music, hit after hit after hit, we were just letting it slide and just saying, oh, it's not that bad, but man, this song really slaps. Like, no, we're not going for that this generation. So, yeah, I really want to see this Michael Jackson documentary. From what I've been hearing, there were the two people that accused Mike back in the day. Since he's passed, they said that what they accused Mike of was not true. I believe they said that they were even paid to make up false accusations on Michael Jackson. And now those same two people are behind this Michael Jackson documentary. So a lot of people are saying, well, one minute you say Mike did this, and then you say you were paid to say that to the public, and now you're saying, hey, we're going to release a documentary on what Michael was really doing. So there's a lot of flip-flopping, and who knows, they could have been paid off to say that they did, like, I don't know. There's a lot of cloudiness, but I do feel like this documentary will help, just help us see a truth, and just help us kind of get into what really happened, or at least from their perspective. Yeah, that's all I gotta say on that. Thanks again for tuning in to the Road to BreZMania. Make sure you follow, like, comment below, hit that subscribe button. I did say follow, didn't I? This isn't Twitter. But speaking of Twitter, follow me on Twitter. The link's below. Follow me on Instagram. I've got my Snapchat down there as well. All the links are below. Thank you all for the love, and I shall return later. Adios.